Happy Tuesday, everybody. Welcome to GhostBox Live Experimental Sessions. My name is Greg Bakken. Thank you very much for joining me tonight. We are going to do something very different tonight, and I do want to remind everybody what we mean by experimental sessions. A lot of you are used to me doing spirit box sessions on Sunday nights, and on those nights, what we tend to do is reach out to family members and loved ones and everything. But when we do the experimental sessions, we're not reaching out to our loved ones tonight. Instead, we're going to be taking on a different aspect, taking on something different. And obviously, there's no guarantees that we're going to get any results or anything. But at the same time, what I'm really trying to do is make sure that we try different things, and they may not be mind blowing. They might be very simple, but at the same time, we are trying to do, like, maybe try to get responses from someone, or tonight something. So we're going to do a couple different things tonight. Before we get going too terribly far, one thing I want to make sure that we talk about real fast. First of all, as we always say, please share this video out. Please let everyone know what we're doing. I think tonight's going to be a lot of fun. I think tonight's going to be a very interesting experiment on if we can get a spirit that's in an inanimate object to talk with us. And there's been history to this, at least of some activity that's associated with this doll, but I don't think there's been an attempt to do a spirit box session around it, and we're hoping that we get some kind of response. So please share out this video. I would greatly appreciate it if you did. Also, before we get into it, I do want to remind people, and not even remind, we've not really talked about it a whole lot. 1 week from tonight, 1 week from Wednesday night, we are doing, and we're already getting something coming through here. We are doing a live new show, Christy and I, and the show itself is called Paranormal Reveal. And what Paranormal Reveal is we are going to take an investigator, a paranormal investigator, and they are going to document with us from the start of an investigation to the end of an investigation what has happened. And what we're going to be doing for the first episode is we're going to have Shar Savoy on, and she's going to detail what happened to her at Villisca Axe Murder House the first time that she went there. It is horrific. It is I don't think you've ever heard anything like this before, and we're going to be doing that on Wednesday, a week from this Wednesday, March 30th at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. Christy and I are going to do this on a number of networks, and that includes like Free Spirited, Buried Alive, and GhostBox. That night we're also going to be on Things. That's not going to be we're not doing a regular schedule for this. It's one we have people that we want to talk to and have on the show. So we may not be on Things again, but they've been gracious enough to let us on for this first one so people can see what we're doing. But we're really excited for this. That's going to be 1 week from this Wednesday. Okay. So with that being said, I want to talk through what we're going to be doing tonight. First of all, as always, we are going to be having our equipment table. And the equipment table, as usual, first of all, let's just say I'm not trying to play this up, but you can't help but want to kind of do that. And what it is, first of all, the flashlight's going off. It seems to be going off in regular intervals, though, so we're going to watch that because it just might be a false positive there. But we had a number of things come through the obelisk already. We currently up there, we have above paragraph, and then the last word to come up was evil, EVIL. Now, we're not trying to, do something where, we're trying to, make it all sound dark or whatever. It may have nothing to do with anything, but we have that. We want to talk about that. And so that's there. Of course, as always, we have the REM pod, we have the bell, we have the cat bells. Obviously, we have the flashlight that's been going off in regular intervals. So, that's the thing that we're going to kind of keep our eye on a little bit, because it's, you just don't know when it's actually responding, when it's not. So right now we're not asking any questions. It keeps going off. So we'll just kind of see how things go with that, okay? If that works for everybody. So let me just go through. I'm just going through some comments here real fast. So what we're going to do tonight, what our plan here is that we are going to be doing a spirit box session about a doll named Charlie. Let me introduce you to Charlie. This is Charlie. He's in another part of the house. We have him set up tonight so that we just wanted to kind of keep by himself, not because we're afraid or anything like that. It's just more that we wanted a place that could really just kind of keep him. So we have with Charlie tonight, we have a REM pod, we have a K2, and we have a cat ball that is right next to the REM pod. Speaking of cats, okay, this is really interesting. First of all, today Christy wanted to take a look and make some and do some pictures. It's just I just want to answer something real fast. Oh, I see what that is. Okay. Greg is asking where we are. I'm in St. Michael. We haven't changed location, and Charlie is here with us. So today, and to prove that Charlie was here with us, Christy took a picture today and made a meme of the dolls because she brought a number of dolls with her. But we had someone else join her in this picture. And as you can see, Linus was a part of it, and she made this meme, when the plot to kill your human gets real. I mean, it doesn't get anywhere. This was done in my living room, and Linus was all about it. In fact, after these photos were taken, Linus has taken a shine to Charlie, as you can see here. I mean, this is pretty incredible, actually, because Linus he would just sit there, not frightened or anything. He just would sit there enamored with Charlie, and he'd stare at Charlie, and then he'd lay next to Charlie. He'd hang out with Charlie. So this is really pretty interesting. I think I love this photo. I think it's great. Look at him. Look right at Charlie's eyes. I think that's absolutely incredible. So that's Charlie now. He's just upstairs from us. We just thought we'd do it that way. And so sorry, I'm trying to. So I don't know, Greg. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm sorry, because we have the feed going in a couple other places, and the feed is working just fine for us. It's working fine for you, right, Christy?
Yes.
So I don't know. There was no music on the intro. This is a different intro, and so I'm hoping that you can get it figured out, and so we can move on with the program. And so let's see here, Christy. Charlie has appeared in Portals to Hell.
Yes.
So is there a story behind Charlie?
There's not really a story behind Charlie. I didn't buy Charlie because I thought Charlie was haunted. I just really liked the creepy doll. I just have this thing with the Charlie McCarthy dolls. And so you can buy them anywhere. But buying one from the 1930s is a bit more difficult. And so I was actually getting another oddity when I was at the oddity shop in Omaha, Nebraska. And I saw him there, and I was like, that's exactly what I've been looking for. Mm-hmm. So I just bought him, put him in the museum. And then when Portals to Hell came to film, Tyler Evans, well, I think a lot of people got activity just in the area where he was at. And then when Tyler saw him, he was just like, there's something really messed up about this doll, whatever. He's definitely haunted. And he said, he was like, he's talking, and it was Heather Caddy actually. He was like, what is he saying? And Tyler's response was, he says, I like death. But we always get REM pod hits and stuff off him and whatever. He might be mad at me right now because he's been sitting in a storage unit for 3 months, but.
Well, maybe then he'll be more inclined to talk with us. Now, here's the funny thing. Here's an interesting question about all of this. is whether or not Charlie was actually communicating in some way with Linus. I mean, the way that Linus was looking at him, it was it just, I mean, it looked like he was saying something to him, like the way that I would talk to Linus. So
Well, I did tell Charlie at one point, I was like, "Hey, Charlie, if you're talking to Linus, tell Linus to look at you." And
that's right.
within a few seconds, Linus looked over right at his face.
Linus
It
looked
was pretty
at me.
weird.
I was over there is the living room where Charlie and Linus was. I'm over there in the kitchen, and Christy said that, and then when she said that, I stayed still because I didn't want to influence anyway. Because I mean, a
Mhm.
cat, right? So
Yeah.
I mean, so I just stayed still, and he just looked over. Yep.
Looked right up at Charlie. It was funny. It was really funny. I was just like, that's just too coincidental. It's
Absolutely,
not.
absolutely. If anyone's having problems with tonight's feed, and Greg Koss mentioned some stuff, and um, I see Amanda, you mentioned some stuff. We just also want to say it has taken us about 3 or 4 times to set up the camera with Charlie tonight. It kept going out. So it's very much it is very interesting. So maybe it's not connected at all. I don't know, but it was something that we were having just a little bit of trouble getting the connection going there for that. Now, Joshua looked like some form of communication as long as he doesn't hurt the cat. Well, we have no indication whatsoever that Linus is afraid of Charlie or
He
that
seemed
there's
pretty
anything bad
comfortable.
happening. Yes,
He seemed I mean, he literally was like taking a nap with his head in Charlie's
he
lap.
was. He totally
So,
was. He was. And I know that you did some other videos that
mhm.
just because he was hanging around and stuff.
Yeah, I
And
put it on my TikTok.
yeah, so go to her TikTok and check it out. I mean, it was fun. It was fun, and I really don't think there was anything bad going on. So what we're going to do? We're going to try to reach out to Charlie tonight and see what we can get. We're just going to focus on that. Now, I do want to remind folks, maybe what we can do is make sure that you take a moment and do some protection for those of you who need it and want it, that you are able to ground and get ready for, I don't know what's gonna happen. Perhaps nothing at all. But this is different energy that I don't normally work with. So I don't know who it is and what's going on. So let's just sit here for a moment and remember it starts at your heart and it just grows outwards. Okay. It's just protection. That's all you want to do is protection. And think about good, happy thoughts. And when you do so, that, just remember you want to protect everybody that's around you. Just push it out. Okay. You can feel the energy. If you can't, that's okay too. And if you don't want to do any sort of protection, it's then you don't have to. Mr. Omen, how are you doing? So just remember, you can do whatever you want. I can feel the energy. Doesn't mean something's going to happen. Not necessarily, but we're going to try and see what we can get. Now, here's the thing. I currently have his camera muted. I can hear from here if the REM pod goes off. This is what it sounds like when we have him unmuted. And then you'll be able to hear me also echoing. So there's going to be a point where I'm going to go between his audio and the audio where he is and us, but we're just going to kind of play it by ear. And yeah, so Jeremy's like, I look at Charlie and for some reason it's making me think of Robert the doll. Well, I mean, male dolls.
Wow, they don't all look the same. That's
Right, no.
I'm just
Well, I mean,
kidding.
well, Robert the doll looks.
Like,
Oh shit! I think it's your voice, so that's activating it.
that's it. I guess I've been doing that all night.
No, but you were talking loudly.
Oh,
You know.
could have been, I guess. The other one didn't
Well, let's
go.
try it. Hello. See?
Oh, it was your voice.
No, it wasn't my voice. So anyway, so see, that was me again. That's what you gotta be. That's what you gotta be careful about, and to call it for what it is. I'm not telling you that. I'm saying it to the audience. I think you know how to investigate. Let's see here. So, Charlie, if you are able to, can you make one of the devices next to you go off, please?
You're like, Charlie, if you don't do it, you're going in the box. I'm a mean mother.
Or Charlie, can you knock on a wall or something for us? Let us know that you're here. The bell is moving. Let me take it back on full screen there.
Oh, wow, it's moving a lot.
I mean, there's no reason why it should be moving, even with me talking at it.
It looked like the cat ball on the right was moving as well.
Charlie, is that you moving this stuff? We asked you to turn something on, and you're doing it down here because we're down here. Look at that, it stopped. The bell stopped. This is why I'm so grateful to all of you, because I didn't notice and Pamela told us. And thank you, Pamela, for that. You know, it's really odd, and I'm sure it's just my own imagination. I'm not trying to turn this into like creepy theater or something like that, but I thought I saw something move on the reflection for the obelisk. So I'm going to have to go back afterwards and see if that's the case. It is, and I'm really wondering, David, if this is just needs to be. Look at this moving again. Whoa. I'm wondering if it just needs to be reset. To be honest, look at that thing go.
You mean the flashlight?
No, the bell.
The bell.
See, what you're watching is about 15 seconds behind.
Yeah, it is. What do you mean reset the bell?
Reset the flashlight.
That's what I said. And then you said the bell.
No, you asked if you're talking about the flashlight moving or something. So Lisa, you also saw a reflection in the obelisk? Charlie, is that you doing that? Could you turn on the device right in front of you to light it up for us? You've done it before, not here. But you've done it before. Can you do it for us again, please? No, and it's a good question. And you know, like right now, you're going to see my hand. That's my hand. And there is nothing moving, no air moving around me at all. Let's see if I can get that refocused. It is, and I don't consider that to be worthy of. I wouldn't call that paranormal, to be honest. I guess is what I'm trying to say here. So now my stupid big hand has now made the camera. Now it's coming back into focus a little bit better, but we can still see the bell is still moving. You know, the movement of the bell looks like, to me, it reminds me of like how a pendulum works. You know that? That's kind of what I'm thinking when I see that. And if I can do this and get it to refocus a little bit. There we go. There we go. That's better. Are you using the bell like a pendulum? Can you swing it a little bit more, please? Like for a while, it looked like it was actually doing like a circular motion. Are you able to turn the flashlight? Can you turn the flashlight on for us, please? Can you turn that flashlight on for me? We're just seeing what's going on with Charlie right now.
Hey, Charlie, can you do me a favor and set the REM pod off? I know you can hear me.
Charlie, would you turn the REM pod on if you want Christy to be up there near you? Can you turn the REM pod on or any device next to you on if you want Linus up there with you? Will you talk to us if we have Linus up there with you? And how can you possibly come to that conclusion, Greg? I don't understand how you're thinking that. I think you're just transposing your own feelings onto Charlie at this point. All right. Now I haven't looked on my own page to see the comments.
I'm gonna go sit on the stairs.
Yeah, why don't you sit on the stairs and then we can just see if that helps at all. Christy's gonna go sit on the stairs. She's gonna be off camera though. We have her going upstairs. Joshua asks, how old is the puppet? Where was he acquired? Christy went through a little bit of that earlier, but he is from the 1930s. And he is actually a ventriloquist from the time. It was a Charlie McCarthy ventriloquist doll. And it's been on Portals to Hell. It's given vibes off to some mediums. It's spoken to them, but he just may not want to speak to everybody. He's also had the REM pod and stuff go off. And that's what we're kind of hoping for to do that. We're going to do Spirit Box here in a couple minutes also, see if that might help, if we might get something through there. And if he doesn't, then he doesn't, obviously, right? That's just how it goes. But we're going to see, and that's the thing about when we're doing these experimental sessions, is that maybe nothing will happen at all. And I appreciate you all hanging out with me and trying to figure out for ourselves if it works or doesn't work. And I will in a second. I will in a couple minutes. I just want to kind of get through some of this real fast. Over here, got the bell going a little bit again. What did you ask?
I'm asking if Charlie was ringing the bell.
Jeremy says Charlie is in pretty decent condition for being that old. You can't really see though. I mean, there is a lot of wear and tear in this poor guy. It's just he's set in a way that actually makes him look like he doesn't have a lot of damage to him. But if you look, in fact, you can go over if you want to follow him. Christy has set up a page, The Real Haunted Charlie, on Facebook, and you go there and follow and to see what's going on with Charlie. I first met Charlie out at Gettysburg last year, and when actually, if I'm not mistaken, Christy, when I saw him, he was by he had the miniature piano, and he was setting off REM pods over there, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was. He always set stuff off there, but new place. Maybe he's trying not to scare Jack. Maybe he just get warmed up.
Maybe.
Maybe he wants to talk to his box too. Who knows? I don't know why he does what he does.
That maybe he wants to talk to the box.
Maybe he could, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, we can certainly give it a shot. All right. Now, I think I'm going to shut off. I'm going to mute the camera up by Charlie, okay? So if you hear anything, just let me know, okay? And we'll see what we come up with. You know, usual reverse sweep, all that good stuff. All right, Charlie. What?
It sounded like it said, "Can you hear me?"
Did you hear that?
I heard it, yeah.
The same voice. Is this you? Yeah, this is what we heard. Can you hear me? A female voice. Yes, we can. We can hear you. Okay. I swore it said okay. Is it actually a female spirit inside this doll?
Can you call me? Because Can you call line up?
What is your name? Are you a male? Oh, wow.
What did it say?
I think. And because. How many spirits in this doll? I thought you said 14. Did I hear that correctly? Because I don't think that's true. Can you tell me the name of the woman on the stairs next to you? You know who she is. That's what I thought I heard. But that's a lot of spirits in a doll. Do you stay within the doll, or are you just around the doll? Charlie, do you hate being in the box? Do you hate it when Christy puts you in the box and leaves you in there? She really wants to know.
Did you say I have to go?
Yeah. It's something dark in it.
Where do you have to go, Charlie?
What'd you say?
I asked him where he had to go.
Could you put it in the comments? I can't hear you, actually. Do you also hate it? Where do you have to, Charlie, where do you have to go? You say home? Where is home? You say Canada?
What is?
So, are you trapped within the doll? Do you want to be in the doll? Do you want to stay in the doll? Do you need to be released from the doll? That's what other people are thinking too. Do you just want to be left alone? See, to me, that sounded like a let me out or something, which doesn't agree with what everyone else is saying. See, okay.
I was typing that as you were
We heard
saying
the
that.
same thing.
I heard it, yeah. Charlie, can you talk like a little boy?
I can't hear you. I'm sorry. Do you want me to turn this off while you do so? Baptize me? Did you just move on the stairs?
No.
I saw a shadow move over. Sorry. Something in my end. Okay, let's try it. There we go. See, I'm still having problems with the box, it looks like.
Do you remember the column?
Sound like no.
You don't remember the column? Charlie, do you have any owners that owned you before that you want to talk to?
Are there any of Charlie's prior owners that are still attached to this doll? Yep. I am getting hit hard with spam tonight from YouTube. Very interesting. And it won't, it's almost like someone is targeting me tonight. So for those of you who are on YouTube and are seeing some, it's possible.
I heard that.
Did you hear that? I said someone's targeting me tonight, and it said it's possible.
Who's targeting him, Charlie? Is that you? Can you hear?
We are having outstanding conversation tonight.
I couldn't understand that.
I think it's somebody that's purposely doing it to me, Pam, to be honest. I think I know who.
I've had enough.
Right? Holy cow.
Charlie, are all of these spirits talking tonight coming from Charlie, or are they just a mix of different places?
No one's talking in the spirit box.
Charlie, what's my name?
Hello.
Hello?
Wow.
That was amazing.
Empty seat.
Charlie, I want you to say my name. Do you not want me to call you Charlie? Do you have another name I should call you?
Wow.
Back up.
Yeah.
Am I too close?
Oh. Can I get some names of spirits that are attached to this doll? Can you give us some of your names, please?
Did some of these spirits attach the doll from the Stevenson building? Are you following me from my building because you don't want to go back there?
What did it say?
I don't know, I didn't hear. What did that just say?
Yeah, I can hear everything.
Are you with me from my building until I'm back there?
What's the name of the cat that's been staring at you all night? That'd be Christy.
You did.
You did.
But what was his name? It's like some of a cat.
It sounded like you can't see. Can you say Linus?
I can't hear you.
I was just asking questions.
I still can't. When I have this going, I just can't hear anybody.
Charlie, just say
All right, I can't hear the questions, but we might be talking over each other then.
Charlie, we can't
I wish you could turn something on next to you, next to the doll. Have a device go off. Look at all you people. Charlie, do you like talking to all these people? If the answer is no, that's fine. That's radio. Josie is asking about whether or not Linus is, or whether or not Charlie is nice, but I have to keep going back to this. Charlie is pretty nice. Linus doesn't like anybody. Charlie, do you remember Peas Bottom the Clown? I do. Did you hear that? I do. Well, thank you for answering that. Can you talk to him now?
Oh, I heard that, but I don't know what he said.
What did he say?
I don't know. I couldn't tell.
Yeah, I heard that. Yeah, I heard it, but yeah. Charlie, do you want more friends with you? Do you want more people around you?
Stay here.
I heard stay here, yes. Stay here with Linus?
Charlie, I want to take you back to the building.
Okay. Peas Bottom, can you come through for us, please? Can you come through this box for me that I'm holding right now? Use me as a conduit and come through here.
How old are you, Charlie?
Down like that.
What?
Something about, he's not around right now or something like
Yeah,
that?
something about right. I heard it right now.
So, yeah, to me it sounds like he's not around right now. Talking about Peas Bottom, I guess.
Maybe. I wasn't sure if you said that or I didn't have the time right now. I couldn't really hear it.
Yeah.
You're closer to me, so maybe close whatever you said.
Wow.
How old are you, Charlie?
You're not going to give us a number?
know how old you are?
A couple of folks heard in April, just a little while ago.
Did that say I'm Holly?
Did you hear that?
Yeah.
They said Velisca.
They said Velisca.
They said Velisca.
What about Velisca? You want to go there?
I do.
You want me to take you to Velisca, Charlie?
Timestamp 5250, I think it was. That's something about Velisca.
Charlie, if you want me to take you to Velisca, you need to set up some reservations with me and I'll take you there.
Charlie, did you mention Velisca? Let me rephrase. Did somebody mention Velisca?
Did somebody say Velisca? Is that what you need to do?
Did you know I'm going there in October? Well, John and Amanda heard Velisca also.
Can I help you? Well, if you want to take Charlie with you to Velisca, you certainly can.
I'm not a big fan. I mean, last time I was there, we brought in a doll, and that's just. I don't think that that's a good idea, personally.
Your choice.
Why do you want to go to Velisca? I love it there. I mean, that may be not what was said. I'm talking over him. Sorry. Do you have a connection with Velisca? Something I'm addicted? Was it helping something?
Are you messing with Bird Ted?
Yeah, are you playing with me, Charlie? Do you want me to take you to Velisca?
Charlie, if you want Greg to take you to Velisca, light the gun pot or something up.
Light up the REM pod in your lap. That almost sounds like my name. My full name.
Did you say Greg Bachman?
That's what I. Did you hear anything like that?
I didn't hear it, no.
Maybe it's just me. Paranoia.
Is that what just came through?
Yeah. Anywhere else you want us to take you to? Bell's moving. Bell's moving.
You just wanted to stop putting you in the box and take you everywhere with me, because I will.
Just want to go everywhere with Christy? I think that's my voice setting that off. What?
But I think it was a grandpa, so.
Not to mess with.
We don't want to put you in the box anymore, well, we just have to let you know that's what you want. I'm going to put you in there when we're driving, because you're safer there.
It's early.
I can let you stay at Steve's house and not traveling with me.
Look at that Bell move.
General.
Hey, General.
Yeah. Can you move that bell even faster for us, please?
I've never seen it move so much.
That's why I pulled out so you could see where I'm at.
Yeah, you're not even where it's working on it. All right, Charlie, if you win, I won't
Awesome.
Yeah.
And I'm feeling like a bird still behind me. Like someone's blowing on my face.
I'm sorry, what was that?
I said, it feels like something's blowing on my face.
Something blowing on your face.
Yeah,
Like a
Oh, it's the bird. Friends.
friends. Are we all friends, Charlie? No response. Are you and Christy friends?
Is there anybody you don't like that you don't want to go around anymore?
Do you prefer if you're not called Charlie?
I've asked what he wants me to call him a million times and never get a response. I'm more than happy to call him whatever he wants me to call him.
But if there's multiple spirits in there, maybe that's why they don't want. What do you want to be called then? Can you tell us that?
Oh, it's actually.
What was that? If you don't want to be called Charlie, what should we call you? We're just trying to figure out. We want to be respectful.
Let's know each other's names. You know mine.
Yeah, I mean that's the type of doll it is, Charlie McCarthy. Let me ask you this, going off topic a little bit. Whoever said Velisca, was it somebody from Velisca? I love you. That what? Do you know I'm coming out there in October? How many owners has this doll have? Can you give me a number, please? That's not my voice this time. What was that? Is that what you're hearing, or is that truly what you're feeling? I can't tell if people are putting down what they're hearing or if they're saying what the reaction is. Okay, thank you. I just wanted to make sure. Ooh, who are you?
Charlie, are you scared? All right, I'll take care of you. You just stop letting everybody mess with you, don't I? I don't want to get a glass box either.
Mm-hmm. Do you want Christy to tie your shoe? It looks like it's untied. What's that?
I asked if you wanted to cuddle with Linus.
Do you want Linus to come back up there?
What does that say?
I don't know, but it was a full sentence, and that was high pitched.
Can we hear that lady again?
Yeah.
There it is.
Who are they?
Where are you all coming from?
Look at them.
Did it say we're all just people?
Yeah.
Who are they? We're all just people. Weird. Call him Charles. You want to be called Charles because you're old?
Clowns.
You like how they talk to Charlie? You know you're a star? The famous haunted Charlie. What do you think of that?
Charlie, we're about to shut everything down here. Is there anything you want to say to us? Any of the spirits attached to the doll? Is there anything you want to say to us?
Is that you laughing?
Yes, it is.
Okay. It sounded very evil.
I'm going to shut this session down in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you to the spirits of the doll. All right, so what can you say? I mean, this was very interesting. This was really, really something. How did you feel it went?
I mean, I think I got some answers, but then I also questioned too, like how much is it from Charlie or just from because you do this all the time
Yeah,
or what? But it almost seemed like we were actually just having like a straightforward conversation for a minute there.
it felt to me. I felt like it was a lot of it came from the doll, what was attached to the doll. I feel like the stuff about Velisca I thought was really interesting. And what's interesting about that, Shar, who's going with me in October, she had a premonition from a medium about Velisca that she didn't bring it up to anybody. And the spirits of Velisca reached out to her in a reading. So it was really interesting. I don't know. And I'm trying to also not fall into that thing of making it about yourself and making drama and a storyline out of
Yeah,
it.
and then all of a sudden, like their spirits follow you from a location and everything.
Yeah,
So, yeah.
exactly.
Yeah, I totally get that. But now I'm just wondering if you should bring him with you.
I don't want to bring a doll in there. Last time we did, we had some really
Leave-
nasty stuff
Leave
happen.
him in the car. Well, I guess Charlie's not going to voice stuff.
Amanda said, I thought I heard a spirit swear. I thought I did too. I thought I hered a few came through it towards the end.
They must have been talking to you, Greg.
It could be, for all I know. So I think that was really interesting. And I guess, this is why we do these, because this is one of those things that you just don't know what you're going to get. I was surprised we got as much as we did.
I was surprised too. It's funny because I think there's some. I mean, I know I was asking a lot of questions and stuff, but I think there were some responses that I got that are pretty validating for me. So
Yeah.
yeah.
I really liked trying to reach out to Peas Bottom and someone saying he's not here right now.
Well, I'll post for everybody who's watching. I'll go on my page and I'll post the little video that I did of Peace Bottom. If you watch the Portals to Hell episode, you hear the EVPs. So I'll repost those EVPs. And honestly, after talking to Tyler about those EVPs and things, I've really questioned quite a bit if they've come from Charlie or from Peace Bottom. We've just assumed that they've come from Peace Bottom. But the truth is I don't really know. And that's something I've been trying to figure out if they've come from Charlie or Peace Bottom. Tyler seems to think that they actually came from Charlie. So I'll post that so you guys can watch it.
Wow. Yeah, and once that's posted, I will share the link out on my pages as well, so you all can do that. She's going to share EVPs and stuff from Peace Bottom, and go from there. That's pretty cool. So we got that. Also, the Obelisk did have a couple words that came up while we're doing this. Came up with chord, C-O-R-D, and poem, P-O-E-M. Let's see, are we moving the bell right now? A little bit. Looks like a little bit. So we have that. I wish that something would move off of Charlie's chair. That would be pretty cool. Nice way to end, like break your REM pod or something. That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, I have plenty more.
I bet you do. So let's leave it at that. Saturday, we're planning on doing a live investigation on. Jeremy's like, I was hoping his mouth would open. Right?
I mean, that would be cool. Jeremy would have peed himself. That happened.
Right.
Amazing.
Yeah, Christy, thanks for bringing Charlie tonight. That's cool.
You're welcome.
And then so Saturday we're going to do a live stream investigation. We're going to be on Things. We're going to be on Pun. We're going to be on our pages: Free Spirited, Buried Alive, MN GhostBox, Christy's profile, my profile page. That's the plan. That's the plan, at least. Things change, so if they do, we're still not going to say where it is. It's not as meant as a huge secret. We're just kind of keeping it low at the moment until we make sure everything is in order, but that's our plan. So we have that. And then, of course, Sunday will be GhostBox Live, where I think we'll probably just go back to reaching out to spirits for that one. And then hopefully do something Tuesday with experimental sessions if there's something cool that really catches our eyes. But also don't forget Wednesday, the 30th, we're going to have Paranormal Reveal, and we're going to have Shara Savoy on, and we're going to be talking about the Velisca case, her first time going out there with some really incredible stuff. And that's going to be on Things, Buried Alive, and GhostBox, Free Spirited, all those wonderful places. So please check it out. That's going to be at 9 p.m. And I can almost guarantee you're going to be listening to and seeing some stuff that Shar has provided that's just going to, knock your socks off. I don't say that very often, but this is some really incredible stuff. So, yeah. So, and Greg, that's going to be at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time on March 30th. Okay. The live stream investigation will be 9 p.m. on Saturday, 9 to 11 or something like that. So that's cool. Anything that I'm forgetting that I should add or anything?
Maybe just tell them to watch for the flyers for our events if they want to come to any of those.
That's right, because we have some events coming up. We have a night at the Haunted Octagon Mansion on June 24th. We also have something on the 8th and 9th
Yes,
of
that's
July.
Hotel Josephine and the McIntyre Villa.
Mm-hmm.
We have that one. There's also one coming up May 6th at McIntyre. And then in August, I think it's August 13th. I have the charity event for the local animal shelter in it's Grantsville, but it's at Asylum 49 is where the event is with Richard Estep.
Yep.
So if you've read any of his books, he's a really good friend of mine, great guy. I have a couple of events coming up with him. But however, the one at Asylum 49, all proceeds, every dime, is going to the local animal shelter. So tickets are $80 for that, but for a good cause. So.
And it's Asylum 49.
Yes. And they're amazing. They just say, I said, let me pay you. And they said, no. So they're taking no money. We're taking no gas money, nothing. It's all every last time. So.
Right. So we'll talk more about that later. As it gets closer. But thank you all very much. If you want to follow Free Spirited, Buried Alive, things, Paranormal United Network, all these great networks, please do so. Support them. We're a community. And then we'll be back on Saturday. So thank you all very much for joining us. This was a lot of fun. Reach out if you need to. Feel free to follow me or send me a friend request. And we're just going to do this again. So thank you all very much. And we'll talk soon. All right.